Grace, Muhammadiyah.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Asar Iqbal. Research objective is enhancement the knowledge of diabetes managers and its cause and adverse effects and the people in Kuala Lumpur from Malaysia. I know about diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus is a non-curable disease that prevents the body from properly using the energy from the carbohydrate, especially food. About the causes of diabetes mellitus, family history of diabetes mellitus. Number 2 is genetic background. Number 3, overweight. Number 4, physical stress. Number 5, use of the certain medications such as high blood pressure, age, history of smoking. Adverse effect of diabetes mellitus is long-term adverse effect and short-term adverse effect. The short-term adverse effect is diabetes including the occurrence of symptoms such as frequency mutilation, weight loss, increased thirsty, increased hunger, etc. Long-term adverse effect of diabetes mellitus is diabetic foot, dermatopathy, neuropathy, leads to impotence, and bacterial infection, fungal infection, etc. What is the objective of research? To assess the level of the knowledge about the diabetes mellitus among the general population and to get the information about the cause and adverse effect of the diabetes mellitus, to determine about the current status of diabetes mellitus, epidemiologic complications, etc. This problem I have actually 5 minutes, so I have to show significance of the research. The study of evaluate the knowledge and awareness of the diabetes mellitus among the general population of the Kuala Lumpur, especially all over the Malaysia. My research was not only Kuala Lumpur, about the 6 other districts in Malaysia, like Johor and etc. This research helped to identify the risk factor and complications of diabetes mellitus. By the research of our study, we can identify the gestational diabetes mellitus in women with pregnancy. With early detection of diabetes mellitus can affect the patient quality of life and help the treatment of the diabetes mellitus. Materials and instrument. The research design this is the cross-sectional study with the convenience sampling method has been used for this survey. This study used to questionnaire to obtain data and information. Data collection method. This is the participant with diabetes mellitus and those without diabetes mellitus were included in this study. Inclusion criteria for participants group is about 18 to more than 85. Participant who is more than 67 years old, pregnant woman, and literature and education category. Questionnaires design was the self-reported structured questionnaire were distributed to the 400 participants for the purpose of the data collection, permission and consent using this questionnaire has been granted by the author. This questionnaire consists of the 5 sections, namely demographic, general knowledge of diabetes mellitus, knowledge of the risk factor of the diabetes mellitus, adverse effect of the diabetes mellitus, and symptoms of the diabetes mellitus. result is in general. First, for the general knowledge of the diabetes mellitus, I have 5 questions. First question was diabetes is an abnormal metabolism of the carbohydrate elevated glucose in blood. Here, about the 400 people, about the 384, they know about the answer about the yes question answer. And second question was diabetes is a chronic lifelong condition that affects our body ability to use the energy found in food. And about that 400 people, only 141 people know about give answer yes about this question about diabetes mellitus. Diabetes is not curable. My question was diabetes is not curable. About 233 people know about it is not curable. And then question was diabetes mellitus is a group of metabolic disorder in which there are high blood sugar over a prolonged period. Actually, this know I think most of people know about diabetes mellitus. This question they give answer yes about 345 about the in 400 people. Another question was insulin control the blood sugar. These people they have 291. They answer yes. Insulin is a hormone. About 309 they know about this. Yes. So the risk factor of diabetes mellitus, I have another 6-7 questions, and they have answered. Knowledge about the adverse effects of diabetes mellitus. There are some questions: there is high blood pressure, kidney disease, eye problem, nerve problem, the neuropathy, diabetic food and fungal infection, infertility, loss of sensation, arms and legs. And knowledge of symptoms of diabetes mellitus. There is frequency of maturation. Some questions have constant feeding of the thrust, weight loss, tiredness, blood occlusion, slow healing of cut and wounds, correct response to this section. General knowledge of diabetes mellitus, about 72.32% in diabetes. All over the 400 people, 2.32% know about diabetes mellitus. Knowledge about the risk factor of the diabetes mellitus, also 57.50%. Knowledge of the adverse effect of diabetes mellitus was 45.39%, and knowledge of the symptoms of the diabetes mellitus was 78.82%. And this source of information there is, I asked about from the friends, relatives, family, relatives, internet, and some medical stuff also. So about the discussion, this is the experimental agreement. This is short. Among the 200 participants asking question of the age group from the 18 to 85, males was 58.75%, female was 41.25%, Malaysia 49%, Chinese 8.50%, India socially. Yes, conclusion. I want to take conclusion. The presentation shows among the general population in different gender, age, ethnicity, level of income, monthly income, and family history of diabetes mellitus in different places in Kuala Lumpur and another 6 districts. The knowledge of the diabetes mellitus is 72%. I mentioned before. So my conclusion is the result concluded that the awareness among the general people about the diabetes mellitus is satisfactory, but need more awareness and knowledge to reduce the diabetes mellitus and its complications of the patients. And this is the reference. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, Madhya Muhammad. Next. Okay.
all participants, my name is Tanya Kasin. I'm from ICHAS, Hospital, Thailand. Today I present a research topic, the knowledge, secrets, and motivations for prevention of illness after influenza changing behavior among clients in outpatient department of Indonesia and Hospital, Thailand. Outline follow introduction, objection, research method, research result, conclusion. As per WHO report, influenza worldwide pandemic, including Asian region, has a tendency to increase continuously in the same area, although Thailand is still high during the morning 2018 found 181,949 patients from 77 countries, 31 dead, female more than male, and most are in group of 25 to 34 years old. Yelasi Ratanara Hospital State Yala Province, southern border of Thailand, open since 2017. Most of patients are police officers and their family, police cadets, and urban area. Number of influenza patients the symptoms associated with influenza are increasing according to hospital database. 248 in 2017 and in next year increased to 130. It was found that school increased as most with the influenza network working group with are the police officers. Influenza include police officers operating their work in the area of director and security risks and red, continuously occurring prolonged over time. Southern border of Thailand was heavily with and weather is cool all year round, combined with a prevailing and temperature is what found that influenza prevention and important issue in reduce influenza, and there are many factors in affect person influenza prevention such as knowledge, syphilis, and severity disease, motivation, social support, and all. These factors often prevent behavior of influenza in the network. To study knowledge, syphilis, and motivation for prevention of the net after influenza, preventative behavior of clients in outpatient department of the National Hospital. Descriptive research. Sample group used in this research was 384 people. Sample group was calculated with those received service during April 2019. Record to instrumentation, general information, questionnaire about knowledge, the position of the list having influenza, motivation to prevent influenza, and about behavior influenza prevention. The correlation between knowledge, perceived risk, and motivation for prevention of illness after influenza preventive behavior among clients in outpatient department of Thailand. Knowledge, perceived risk, and motivation for prevention of illness have positive correlation between preventive behavior among clients in outpatient department of the hospital. People can take care of themselves with many factors such as knowledge, perceived risk, and motivation for prevention of illness will cause behavior in healthcare and good health. is for suggestion. This research is a study to early patients who have received service at outpatient department Janasi Hospital only. The information obtained from this research should be used as database to adapt to planning and preventative measures by in client and outpatient department of Janasi Hospital. The result of this research may be used as guidelines for further research such as to be applied with another sample group. Thank you for your attention.
A very good afternoon to all and all. I am A. Bharat Kumar. I am from SRM University, India. My study is a study and assessment of clinical risk factors profile and clinical pharmacist case services and management and prevention of coronary artery disease complications among the diabetic patients in a tertiary and hospital practice. And coming to the introduction, we know that diabetes mellitus is a collection of assorted metabolic diseases implicated with hyperglycemia, ensuring those defects in insulin secretion and action. The uncontrolled levels of hyperglycemia are leading to several damage to various vital organs such as eyes, kidneys, nerves, heart, and blood vessels. Diabetes mellitus has a broad range of complications, which includes macrovascular and microvascular complications. These results in patients affected with diabetes mellitus have prone to develop severe coronary artery disease complications than non-diabetic patients. Diabetes mellitus is one of the conjoined risk factors of cardiovascular disease comprising coronary artery disease and also cerebrovascular disease. The increased incidence of type 2 diabetes mellitus has been rising gradually from the developing and developing countries and contribute various risks of coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disease is a leading cause of mortality and morbidity in both developed and developing countries. The incidence of coronary artery disease is likely to increase because of urbanization and also its accompanying lifestyle changes. The etiology of the coronary artery disease is a complex process, and the series of development of coronary artery disease has been connected with several risk factors. The major determinants of coronary artery disease includes smoking, alcohol, physical inactivity, consumption of high-fatty diet, hypertension, obesity, diabetes mellitus, which leads to progression of coronary artery disease complications among the diabetes mellitus patients. The coronary artery disease comprises of a range of various manifestations which extending from stable angina, unstable angina, STEMI and non-STEMI. This is the information about epidemiology of the diabetes mellitus and other coronary artery disease. And the screening modalities for coronary artery disease complication diabetes mellitus include echocardiogram, CT scan, coronary angiogram studies, echocardiogram, chest X-ray, cardiac catheterization, treatment test, lipid test, blood sugar test. This is a valuable tool for identification of coronary artery disease risk among diabetic patients in high income countries. This is the information about clinical pharmaceutical services and management and prevention of coronary artery disease complications among the diabetic patients. Coming to the aim, the studies aim to assess the coronary artery disease risk factors profile and associated complications and its management among the diabetic patients attending cardiology outpatient clinic at SRM Hospital in India. And coming to the objectives, to identify the coronary artery disease factors profile and to evaluate the clinical pharmacist, care services in management of coronary artery disease complications in diabetic patients, to evaluate the clinical liability diagnostic profile and healthcare costs associated with the coronary artery disease complication in diabetic patients, to analyze the drug treatment practice in management and to control the coronary artery disease complications in diabetic patients. Come to the methodology. It is a prospective observation study. The study was conducted in SRM Medical College Hospital and Research Center, Kananalattur, India. The study performed in cardiology outpatient clinic. The samples is 150 patients. The study duration is 6 months. The source of data include patient case sheets containing the demographic details, laboratory test, and drug treatment details. The collection of the data from the study data was collected from the user patient case sheets and also patient interview methods. And also the collected data having several characteristics of patient details such as age, gender, mental status, social habits, residence status, duration of diabetes index, also coronary artery disease risk factors, and also comorbid conditions, and also various liability investigations. Thus, coming to the statistical analysis, the clinical characteristics of the data were analyzed using the MS Word and Excel sheet. The statistical data analysis was performed using graphical design software. The descriptive data analysis was performed and variables was presented such as mean and also standard deviation. The p-value was as p is less than 0.05 as the statistical significant. Coming to the patient selection criteria, which includes inclusion as well as the exclusion criteria. In the inclusion criteria, the patients in the study age ranges from 30 to 70 years of age. The patients who are in the outpatient department, and also patient is who is having the diagnosis with diabetes and also coronary artery disease complications, and also the patients who are receiving secondary medications, and also the patient who are having one or more risk factors for developing coronary artery disease risk complications, and also the patient who are willing to give the consent form and to enroll in the study. So the study results. In my study, the patients who are having the age ranges from 41 to 50 years range patients were more when comparing with the other age groups. And also coming to the gender wise, in my study, the male patients were very high when comparing with female patients. And also the married patients, and also the married persons were very high when comparing with the single patients. And also the patients who are having a non-vegetarian habit, those patients were very high when comparing to vegetarian patient. And also coming to the residential status, the patient who was staying in the urban locality, the patients were very high when compared with the rural locality. And coming to the body mass index, the patients who are having 32, that's a 34 point and BMI score patients were very high compared with the remaining BMI scores. Coming to the duration of diabetes mellitus. So this is the information about the duration of diabetes mellitus and also duration of coronary artery disease. Coming to the patient risk factors for coronary artery disease complications. In my study, the patients who are having very hyperlipidemia as risk factor patients were very high when compared with the remaining risk factors. In this study, the patients who are having benign prostatic hyperplasia comorbid condition patients were more when compared with the remaining comorbid conditions. And also in my study, the stable diagnosis patients were very high when compared with the remaining diagnosis. And also coming to the coronary angiogram results, the single disease patients were very high when compared with the remaining single vessel like a double vessel followed by triple vessel disease patients. And coming to the left ventricular ejection fraction details, in my study, the patients who are having 36 to 45% of LVF value, patients were very high when comparing with the remaining LVF values. And coming to the coronary artery disease complications, in my study, acute coronary syndrome patients were very high when compared with the remaining complications. And coming to the laboratory data, in my study, the patients were having a fasting blood sugar of 110 to 170. Patients were very high when compared with the remaining FBS followed by the RBS. And also coming to the HbA1c, in my study, the patients were having 9 to 12 mg per dl. HbA1c range patients were very high when compared with the remaining HbA1c values. And also coming to the cholesterol values, in my study, the patients were having abnormal LDL level patients were very high when compared with the remaining cholesterol parameters. Coming to the current treatment, in my study, the insulin and also oral hypoglycemic agents, and also the patient who are receiving the statins, the patients were very less. So there is a need for improving clinical point of care services in the healthcare setup. It is a recommended, and also coming to healthcare cost. So in my study, the patient who was paying medication cost ranges from 100 rupees to 10,000 rupees. Cost is so medication cost is paying patients were very high and compared with the remaining healthcare cost. So this is the information about the study results. coming to the conclusion, from our study we observed that hyperlipidemia, chronic duration of diabetes mellitus, and also hypertension, smoking, alcohol are the major risk factors for developing coronary heart disease complications. And also the current study results reveal that a high incidence of coronary artery disease risk factors, which allows the rising trends in Indian population, it is due to the altered lifestyle practices. And also the primary prevention should be targeted to screen risk factors and to diminish the future episodes of coronary artery disease. The secondary prevention should be rely on advanced treatment modalities could help to prevent the coronary artery disease complications in the diabetes mellitus patients. And also it could be concluded that the causative factors should be controlled and treated in early stage with the amalgamation of clinical pharmacist services in the lifestyle modifications such as counseling and also patient referral services, and also healthcare cost reduction, and also drug problem identification and management, and also implementation of the clinical pharmacist and services from the healthcare team, which can lower the progression of the coronary artery disease complications among the diabetes mellitus patients. I would like to thank my guide and also my team, and also I would like to thank my physicians, and also I would like to thank Dr. Sandeep for that giving me wonderful opportunity to present my research paper. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all of you. My work is bioanalytical method development and validation for the citalopram immunoplasmobile NCMS method. I'm from Chandramalaya Pharmacy from India. So it is a LCMS method is a simple chromatography technique. This can be analysis can be carried out by use of a Luna C18 C18 100 into 4.60 column can be used with a mobile phase of astronitrile 10 mm ammonium formate with a pH 4.5 with a ratio of 90:10 volume by volume with a flow rate of 100 ml per minute with by maintaining current temperature of 30 plus or minus 3 degrees centigrade. So by using this technique, we can get better results in the clinical aspect format. So citalopram is a potent, highly selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor and one of the drug majorly prescribed for major depressive disorders. And also these are the laboratory conditions for maintaining for the analysis of LCMS methods, and the chemicals can be procured from the different sources. And this is the instrumental conditions which should be followed for the analysis of a citalopram in the plasma and serum. Okay, this is about the working stop and working solution. So first of all, drug was to be taken and dissolved in 25 methanol and filtered. Finally, make it to be 100 microgram per ml and make a